Hello everyone. 8 little words that turn her into take me home now mode. The words a man chooses during a conversation can have a surprisingly powerful influence on how a woman feels. Language is not just a way to communicate information. It also shapes emotions, builds curiosity, and can even spark attraction. In this discussion, we will explore 8 specific words that can strongly affect a woman's interest and emotional response. These are not cheesy pickup lines or manipulative tricks meant to deceive someone. Instead, they are simple psychological triggers that can create authentic attraction and natural romantic tension. Many men struggle with conversations that remain overly friendly and never develop into anything deeper. They talk, laugh politely, and then the interaction fades away without leaving a memorable impression. But when you understand how certain words influence emotions and curiosity, your conversations can become more engaging and meaningful. The goal is to create interactions that linger in her mind long after the conversation ends, making her curious about you and interested in spending more time with you. To achieve that, it is important to understand that attraction often grows through subtle emotional dynamics. Mystery, playfulness, tension, and intimacy can all emerge through simple changes in language and tone. The following 8 words are effective because they tap into those emotional triggers. 1. Maybe. The word maybe is surprisingly powerful when used correctly. It creates uncertainty, and uncertainty is one of the main ingredients of attraction. When a man always gives clear and predictable answers, he becomes easy to read. Predictability can remove the excitement from interaction. However, when you respond with maybe, you leave space for curiosity. It encourages her imagination to fill in the gaps. For example, if she asks whether you will attend a party, most men will answer with a definite yes or no, but responding with something like, maybe. It depends on who's going to be there, introduces intrigue. She may start wondering whether you are hinting about her presence. Similarly, if she asks whether you think she is pretty, instead of immediately giving a direct compliment, you might say with a playful smile, maybe. You have your moments. The short pause after the word creates a light, teasing tension that keeps the conversation interesting. 2. Dangerous. The word dangerous taps into the human attraction toward excitement and adventure. From a psychological perspective, many people feel drawn to experiences that feel thrilling or slightly unpredictable. Using the word does not mean referring to actual risk or harm. Instead, it describes emotional excitement. For instance, during a conversation that is building chemistry, you might say, "This conversation is getting dangerous. I think I'm starting to like you." The phrase suggests that the connection between you is becoming intense and exciting. You could also say, "You seem dangerous. I feel like you're the type who gets people into trouble." This playful statement implies that being around her might lead to fun and unforgettable experiences. 3. Secret. People naturally enjoy feeling special and included in something exclusive. The word secret instantly creates a sense of closeness and trust because it implies that you are sharing something personal. For example, you might say, "Can I tell you a secret? I'm actually working on starting my own business, but I haven't told many people yet." This makes the conversation feel more personal and meaningful. It can also be used playfully. "I'll let you in on a secret. You're more interesting than I expected when I first saw you." Moments like this encourage emotional connection because they make the interaction feel private and unique. 4. Wild. The word wild appeals to the desire for spontaneity and freedom. Many people live structured, responsible lives filled with routines and obligations. Because of that, the idea of occasionally breaking away from routine can feel exciting. Saying something like, "You seem very composed, but I bet you have a wild side you don't show everyone," acknowledges that she might have a playful or adventurous personality beneath the surface. Another example could be, "I feel like doing something wild tonight. Are you in?" The word suggests fun, excitement, and stepping outside the usual routine. 5. Tease. Playful teasing is a common element in flirtation. The word tease directly acknowledges that dynamic in a light-hearted way. If she gives you a compliment but then acts shy or changes the subject, you might respond with a smile and say, "You're such a tease." This signals that you recognize the playful back and forth between you. Calling someone a tease can create flirtatious tension while still keeping the interaction friendly and humorous. It shows that you are comfortable enough to play along with the moment. 6. Breathy word breathe may sound unusual in this context, but it can create a surprisingly intimate moment. When someone tells another person to breathe, it draws attention to the body and creates a sense of calm and closeness. Imagine a moment when the conversation feels emotionally intense or slightly overwhelming. Saying softly, "Hey, breathe, I'm not going anywhere," can create reassurance and emotional connection. It signals that you are calm, present, and capable of grounding the moment. This sense of emotional stability can make the interaction feel more comfortable and intimate. 7. Addicted. Everyone likes to feel that they have a strong positive effect on others. The word addicted communicates that someone's presence or behavior is captivating. However, it is better to attach the word to specific traits rather than saying you are addicted to the person entirely. For example, "I think I'm getting addicted to that laugh of yours," or "I'm starting to get addicted to our conversations." This keeps the statement playful and appreciative without sounding overly intense. 8. Wrong. Final word on the list might seem unusual. Wrong. When used in a flirtatious context, it creates playful tension because it hints that the two of you might be crossing a line together. For example, you might say, "This is wrong. I shouldn't be thinking about you this much." Another example could be, "It feels wrong how much I want to kiss you right now." The idea of something being slightly forbidden can make a moment feel more exciting, almost like a scene from a romantic movie. Final thought. These 8 words may be dangerous, secret, wild, tease, breathe, addicted, and wrong are effective because they introduce elements of mystery, excitement, intimacy, and playful tension into conversations. They transform ordinary dialogue into something more emotionally engaging and memorable. Final thought. These 8 words may be dangerous, secret, wild, tease, breathe, addicted, and wrong are effective because they introduce elements of mystery, excitement, intimacy, and playful tension into conversations. They transform ordinary dialogue into something more emotionally engaging and memorable. Another important factor is authenticity. These words should arise naturally in conversation rather than feeling rehearsed or forced. Think of them as small touches of flavor rather than the entire conversation. Ultimately, attraction grows when two people feel relaxed, curious, and emotionally engaged with each other. By communicating with confidence and genuine interest, conversations can become deeper, more exciting, and far more memorable.